Okay, so welcome everyone. My name is Lesley-Ann Noel, and I'm the Associate Director of Design Thinking for Social Impact at the Phyllis M. Taylor Center for Social Innovation and Design Thinking. It's a kind of long name. We focus, as the name tells you, on social innovation and design thinking. So we're trying to do design thinking in a different way. And part of this way that we're trying to do it is about really building community. So Design Thinking Breakfast is about building community. It's an informal event where we invite people who are into design thinking to join us. Our host for Design Thinking Breakfast this academic year is Naisha Ford, who is one of our graduate assistants in design thinking. So actually, I'm going to hand over to Naisha, and she'll actually introduce the event.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Naisha Ford. I'm a second year at the School of Public Health and Tropical Medicine, and I'm also a graduate student in the design thinking under the Taylor Center, working under Dr. Lesley Noel. And today we have our special guest, Jacinda Walker. I'm going to let her introduce herself, but also because Halloween is coming up, I hope you see my nice little Halloween costume. And over to you, Jacinda.
Oh, hilarious. Do I have sharing capabilities?
Yes, you should.
Excellent. Well, hello, everybody. My name is Jacinda Walker. It's super exciting to be here with you today. I am going to share my screen, but this is always tactical, so bear with me 1 second. Okay, I hit the right one. And are you all able to see my screen? Yes, no, was I successful?
Yes, we can get your screen.
Come on with it. Yes, let's get our claps on. And I'm also gonna raise my laptop a little bit, sorry for the noise, so I can see better. Excellent. All right. Well, the first thing I want to preface is because I'm sharing full screen, I cannot see the chat. So I'm hopeful that everybody will write any questions down, and maybe Naisha and Dr. Lesley will be able to get those to me throughout, after some time. I hate to lose that opportunity to connect with you all. As I said, my name is Jacinda Walker. I am founder and creative director of an organization named DesignExplor. Our mission aims to diversify the design profession by increasing access to design for everyone. We're a social enterprise, and our #1 design goal is to empower today's youth with real-world skills, connections, opportunities, so that tomorrow's design profession has all the best people leading the way. Let's see, will it do it? No, it did not. It's not moving.
You're probably on your Zoom window, and if you click on the PowerPoint again or the presentation again, then it will advance.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I'm like, oh God, not now. Thank you. So I came to design thinking, and I came to doing this type of workshopping very, very late in my career. I am what they call a graphic designer. I am a government designer. I've worked in education and in government for more than 20 years of my career. And I just came to a point where I just really enjoyed working with young people, but I hadn't quite yet figured out how I could connect that. And so while after I graduated from Ohio State University with my MFA in design research and development, I got an opportunity to become one of Smithsonian's Cooper Hewitt Design Museum educators. And so this meant that I was able to travel directly with them. We traveled together for about 3 years to more than 8 different cities across the United States. I identified the opportunities that the education team had gone to. But in this process of working with them to identify opportunities that they could bring their programs to in diverse and urban neighborhoods, I also began to look in my own community as to what could be done. And through that research and through that looking, I found that parents are very disconnected from design and from design learning and the creativity that their children have. These 2 images, and I hope you can see them, these 2 images represent the types of parents that typically attend my youth event, right? They're not engaged with the children, they're in the back. Sometimes we even get parents who are building it for the student, which is even more hilarious, right? Ultimately, I had an opportunity to finally combine both of these by teaching intergenerational design thinking workshops at MoCA Museum here in Cleveland. And MoCA is Museum of Contemporary Art. During this teaching is when I really learned I was on to something, having adults and youth and parents and children and aunties and uncles and stuff like that all work together. Because in this particular workshop, you'll see a white man sitting here. And in this workshop, we put supply baskets on each of the tables so that students don't have to kind of get up and run around a whole lot. But this particular gentleman asks, can I have an ink pen? The baskets are filled with color pencils, crayons, markers, glue, scissors, Post-it notes, and liquid glue and tape. And when I came to asking him to participate and write his ideas out on Post-it notes, he did not want to use those supplies. He wanted me to get him something special. As to which one of the children at the table said, "Oh, do you want a crayon instead?" And then he looked at me, I looked back at him, I refused to say anything. And I just said, well, and just as I was about to say that, the young person here in the maroon shirt, she said, "Oh, do you want the green one instead?" Because they don't understand, why can't he design with what's here, right? And again, that's adults. So it's through this process that I actually ultimately began thinking and figuring out ways to better incorporate intergenerational audiences in it. So the training that I had with the museum did nothing but magnify all of this. I have parents now, I have children, I have biracial couples, I have same-sex couples, I even have international couples coming to these types of these different types of activities. As you can see here in some of the images, we like to say at DesignExplor, the family that designs together stays together. But today, you all are here to participate in one of my big favorite design thinking activities, and we call it Think Like a Designer. And so our Think Like a Designer workshop allows you to explore design in 3 easy steps. We let young people know that design is about thinking, it's about understanding, and it's about creating. And if we can understand those types of things together, we can pretty much solve any problem in the world. Now, in developing this and introducing them to design thinking, I had to redesign the design thinking process chart. It was linear, it was rigid, it was too structured, it was too limiting for their thinking in the fact that they were new to the process and they wanted to try it all. And so I reshaped it into a face, a profile of a face where the pieces show the students that it's not linear, it uses upgradable learning language. The symbols show meaning for ESL students who are bilingual, who may not speak the language. And then the pieces show the front end and the back end of design. So all of the thinking and the talking and the sharing are in the front, all of the empathy, the design and the building are in the back. So I've been using this now for about a year and a half, and I find it to be much more engaging for K-12 youth, particularly those from urban communities who've never been exposed to design. This workshop also includes a discovery worksheet that allows students to use empathy mapping to help with their social and emotional learning. The design thinking, the empathy map is really a tool of decision making. Right? It allows them to have something where they can quickly cycle through and think, how does this person feel? What are they saying? Why are they saying this? What are they doing? What do they feel like? It allows them to kind of do some analyzing on their own and then utilize that empathy inside to react or not to react in that particular type of situation. Now, today, we're going to put everybody in breakout rooms. Your design challenge is in your mural board. I'm hopeful that we can begin to put people in breakout rooms, that we can put in the chat the mural links so that people will know what group and what team they're on.